Hello friends, today's story is about Satyabhama. Sage Narada advised Satyabhama, make a vow that you will hand over Lord Krishna as alms. That is done to me, but I will allow you to trade him in for an equivalent weight of your riches. Seeing that you are willing to trade in your wealth for him, Lord Krishna will admire you for your sacrifice and will keep you close to him. But I do not know if your wealth will suffice to balance out Krishna's weight. Proud as ever, Satyabhama said angrily, I am the daughter of Satyajit. My wealth is limitless. I am sure that I have enough to balance Lord Krishna. We will carry on with this plan of yours. Then she rushed to Krishna and hurriedly told him about her unfortunate vow to Narada. Krishna patiently listened to her and nodded his head. Actually, she felt possessive of Krishna and wanted him all for herself. So he decided to teach her a lesson. Satyabhama commanded servants to bring out the large scales used to weigh grains and groceries. She also sent the treasurer to bring out all her jewels and gold to the garden of the palace. Then, gently leading Krishna, she went to the weighing scales. All the ministers stared at the scales. Krishna watched quiet all the time. Soon, Lord Krishna's other queens too hurried to the garden. Satyabhama gave away Krishna as alms to Narada. The other wives of Krishna were shocked at this, but being ever dutiful, they did not speak out in front of everyone. Narada then gave her the option of taking back Krishna by presenting him with an equivalent weight of riches. Amidst loud sigh of relief, Satyabhama agreed to it. She placed Krishna on one plate of the scales and started piling up the gold and gemstones on the other plate. Satyabhama kept adding more and more of her wealth on the plate of the scales, but the plate with Krishna did not even budge. Narada kept warning her, remember, if you fail to supply me with the sufficient wealth, Krishna will forever be a slave to me. I can even bid him out to anyone I want. Satyabhama was thoroughly frightened. Swallowing her pride, she begged the other wives to give her their jewels so that they might retain Krishna. Out of their devotion to their husband, the wives removed every gold ornament on their bodies. However, the scale showed no signs of motion. All the gold in Dwarka was brought and piled up, but to no avail. Then Krishna said slyly, look, Satyabhama, because of your foolish vow, I have to be a slave to this sage. Narada was making Krishna to do all sorts of work, cleaning, sweeping, and fanning. Satyabhama was desperate to get him back. In desperation, Satyabhama rushed to Rukmini's private chambers and requested for him. Rukmini plucked a single leaf of tulsi, scared basil, and went to the weighing scales. Praying to Krishna, Rukmini placed a single tulsi leaf on all the piled up wealth. The plate on which Krishna sat flew up and remained underbalanced. Try removing your riches, Satyabhama, Krishna said smilingly. Satyabhama removed all her riches until nothing but the single tulsi leaf sat on the plate. Yet I weigh more than Krishna. You gave all your riches to me, but there was no devotion in that offering. But Rukmini offered me a tulsi leaf with utmost love and devotion, said Krishna, and he left with his wives. Satyabhama was humbled. With tears in her eyes, she said to Narada, thank you for teaching me this lesson today. I will never underestimate the power of devotion and love towards Lord Krishna. Narada smiled and left Dwarka, chanting Lord Krishna's name. Krishna and Sudama were childhood friends. While Lord Krishna ruled Dwarka, Sudama led a life of poverty. One day, his wife could not bear to see their children hungry and said, "Can't you ask Lord Krishna for help?" Sudama agreed but decided that he would not ask Krishna for anything. Then Sudama's wife borrowed some puffed rice from a neighbor and gave it to Sudama as a gift for Krishna. When Sudama came to Dwarka, Krishna was overjoyed. Then he saw his pouch and snatched it from his hand. "Puffed rice, my favorite dish," said Krishna, and he ate a handful of rice greedily. Before he could take a second handful, Rukmini stopped him, saying, "One mouthful will give him all that he needs, my lord." The next morning, Sudama left Dwarka. As he approached his house, he saw a grand mansion. His wife and children came out, wearing jewels and fine clothes. He thanked Lord Krishna with tears in his eyes.